Hi everyone, I'm Jenna Louise, I'm 19, and I live in Minnesota. I've been asked here today, today I'm recording this video, to be a guest speaker. I guess I'm using guest sort of loosely since I'm making a video, but I've been asked here to speak today on behalf of Tessa for suicide awareness. Now, to start with, I'm going to say I do a lot of advocacy and speaking on this subject. Normally it is in front of a live audience, so if I am a little bit awkward, I apologize in advance because I feel a tad bit ridiculous sort of talking to a camera right here. So, going off of that, I'm going to start by saying sort of my story, what I've struggled through to get to the point to where I am today, to be the advocate that I am today. Currently, I am in NAMI, which stands for National Association for Mental Illness, and I am a huge supporter of To Write Love on Her Arms, which is a non-profit organization that has support for self-harm. But going off of that, I am just an ordinary girl living in an ordinary world, trying to do my part to make a difference that I guess I can make. So, I guess growing up I had a pretty good life up until I got to about high school. That's when my problems started. I went through various different situations, from severe bullying to rape to some family issues and family tragedies, which all triggered going into depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, and anorexia. So that's sort of what I've suffered through. Over the years, I have definitely had many triggers to go up and down throughout the different disorders that I've been diagnosed with, such as school and continuing through bullying and such, which definitely has made a big influence on my life. I guess sort of going into recovery towards this, I will openly admit that I've attempted suicide multiple times, too many times to count probably. A few of the times were thought through, planned out big attempts where I thought everything through and I had it all planned out and I had notes written, etc. Other times were half together thrown attempts where I was so miserable in that moment I just tried really stupid things to basically rid my existence of the world, which is really scary to think back on now, that I was so desperate to end my life. So that's why it's such a big thing for me. I want to show how much of awareness we need for this, because everyone thought I was happy. I was in school, I was perfectly fine. I made it seem like every day everything was perfectly fine. The depressed and the ill and the mentally problemed people, per se, put on the biggest, most genuine smiles, and you'll never know that they're depressed or they're harming themselves, like self-harm, or they're suicidal, until it's too late, because we put on such a big smile to the world, and we think that we're alone in this world. We don't see that there are people who can support us. So through the years, I've been institutionalized several times. I think the last time I was in a psych ward, I was there for 2 weeks in a very secure ward, and that got me into therapy and on medication, which was my biggest point to start recovering. It got me in the right direction. I still currently am in therapy, which I am not ashamed at all to say, because therapy is an amazing thing to do, even if you're not struggling with severe mental disorders. Even just stress of school, it can be a big help. So after that, I had a lot of help towards recovery through a website called Tumblr. Some of you may have heard of it, some of you may not have, but Tumblr, I've found my escape to the world. I found my spot where I could make myself anonymous and express however I felt. I could reblog pictures of self-harm, which I was severely into when I was struggling at my lowest points, and I could reblog pictures or posts from other people who understood what I was going through, like I just want to die, or no one sees what the smile hides, no one knows, we stop looking for monsters under our beds when we find out that they're in our head, etc., stuff like that. So through my experiences over the years, Tumblr has been a huge support. I've met some of my best friends through there, because when you are in a situation in a small town or something, you don't think that people can understand you on the level if they haven't gone through what you're experiencing. So meeting someone else online that may have gone through what you have gone through, it's a sense of security to know that maybe someone actually can know what you're going through or will be a support, I guess, sort of what I'm trying to say. And at that point I had sort of pushed away everyone in real life, because I was so isolated that I thought if I push away everyone and if I just stop talking to everyone, then they won't care. So if I tried to kill myself, no one will care. That's sort of the mindset I got into. But through friends and through being able to express myself clearly, meds and therapy, I have found a state of full recovery, and now I am a full advocate for anything related to the subject, because it's so important that people understand how big of an influence and impact things have daily on people, like bullying. Sometimes you might think that you are bullying people, and you're joking around saying some mean things, but you're like, oh, I'm saying it sarcastically and joking. But if someone is maybe having a bad day, they can't understand that, and it will affect them really deeply, and it might haunt them for years and years. And just one mean comment can end up spiraling downhill into a full suicide attempt if that person is already struggling maybe just a little bit, and you will never know. So think twice before you say something, because your words are powerful. Your words will affect people more than you know. Same with your actions. As for suicide awareness, I think that in society nowadays, people are it's so taboo to discuss anything along the lines of the subject that you're scared to admit that maybe you have a problem, or you could use some help, or that maybe someone else needs some help, that no one speaks up until it's too late, which is a tragedy, because suicide is a temporary problem. I said that wrong. I'm sorry. Hold on. Suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Oh, I feel kind of silly. I messed that up. Awkward. Okay. Anyways, just know your words can be heard. You're never alone. And be a friend to someone if you think someone's in need. If you see maybe some scratches on someone's arm, or something's off, or someone's isolating more than they were before, ask them. Be a friend. Don't be cruel. Don't make fun of them. Don't tease them. Because you might not know what's going on behind the closed doors at home, and it would be a shame for that to be a reason that someone takes their own life. I guess this is sort of the point where normally I would ask the crowd that I was talking to for comments or questions, but I can't really do that, so I think I will end my video now. Thank you for listening. I hope I've made some impact on you, or maybe spread a little bit of light towards the subject of any mental illness or eating disorder or suicide or self-harm. Because, like I said, I'm just a normal girl. I'm living her life day to day. But if I can make even the tiniest difference or open your eyes a little bit about this tragic, severe subject, then it means the world to me. So, have a good day. Bye.